Hi, and welcome to the second season of Regulatory Radio. I am Neha Ahuja, and you're listening to the fourth episode of Regulatory Radio, where we will be talking in brief about the advertising laws in regulated and semi regulated regions across the globe. Today, we are looking at the promo laws in the United Kingdom. The governing health authority in the UK is the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, the MHRA. The MHRA requires the certification of all promotional materials by the company before its dissemination, whether the materials are printed or electronic, audiovisual, irrespective of their format, MHRA requires certification. Printed promo materials can be certified electronically with the company's signatory before its bulk printing and usage. The signatory must be a medical practitioner or a pharmacist who is registered in the UK. Dental products can also be certified by the UK registered dentist. MHRA also mandates that the content creator and content certifier cannot be the same person. Promotional materials are to be recertified once in 2 years, with certifications being saved for records for up to 3 years after the final usage of the promotional materials. If we look at the Code of Conduct, the legislative framework for advertising medicines is mandated by five different regulations and mandates that are: number one, the Human Medicines Regulations, which provides an outline for regulating the advertising of medicines. 2. The Consumer Protection from Unfair Trading Regulations and the Business Protection from Misleading Marketing Regulations, which regulate general business to consumer advertising and business to business advertising, including medicines. Number 3, the Advertising Standards Authority that investigates advertising against the UK Code of Non-Broadcast Advertising, Sales Promotion and Marketing, and the UK Code of Broadcast Advertising. 4. The Association of the British Pharmaceutical Industry Code of Practice, the ABPI Code for prescription and non-prescription drugs. And 5. Proprietary Association of Great Britain, which is a self-regulatory body monitoring the advertising of branded, over-the-counter medicines, self-care medical devices, traditional herbal remedies, and food supplements in the UK. It is important to note, how does MHRA define the difference between promotion and advertising? Advertisement is broadly defined as anything designed to promote the prescription, supply, sale, or use of that product. Promotional activities, on the other hand, include door to door canvassing, visits by medical sales representatives to persons who are qualified to prescribe or supply medicinal products, the supply of samples, providing minimal incentives to prescribe or supplying medical products as a gift, an offer, or promise of any benefits of bonus, which could be money or any other activity, the sponsorship of promotional meetings attended by persons qualified to prescribe or supply medicinal products, and the sponsorship of travel and accommodation at scientific congresses that are attended by folks who are qualified to prescribe or supply medicinal products. In a tightly monitored and regulated market like the UK, there are rules to be followed and ethics to be maintained while competing for advertising of medicinal products. Comparative advertisements of medicines are allowed in the UK, but pitching against another name product, stating that the advertising manufacturer's products work better, is permitted only if the claim is supported with proven scientific studies. Clause 7 of the Association of the British Pharmaceutical Industry Code of Practice states that any comparison made between products must be fair, accurate, balanced, and based on an up-to-date evaluation of all the evidence, and should reflect that evidence clearly. Maligning the competitor's product as unsafe or inefficient is prohibited. Advertising must not project or claim that the product does not have any side effects at any given time. When it comes to advertising to healthcare professionals, the rules mandate that certain pieces of information like the market authorization number, name and address of the market authorization holder, name and classification of the medicinal product along with the API, one or more of the product's indications for use in consistence with the terms of its marketing authorization must be included. The MHRA regulations for DTCs are, however, significantly different from that of the HCPs. Advertisements that will promote the sale and usage of prescription medicines are strictly prohibited. The OTC medicines can be advertised to the public provided that the advertisement encourages a rational use of the product by presenting it objectively without exaggerating its properties. The advertisement presented should be clear, show the name of the medicinal product, and any information necessary for the correct usage of that product. Articles 280 to 293 of the regulations provide a detailed account of the restrictions set forth for advertising. It includes rules about advertising the descriptions on usage, implications, reference, and prescriptions, to name a few. There are no restrictions on sponsoring of scientific meetings or congresses, but there are restrictions on providing hospitality and other benefits at such events. The MHRA, in its Article 300 of the regulations, states that hospitality is strictly limited to the main scientific objective of the event and to the person to whom it is provided or offered is a healthcare professional. The ABPI code details that elements of hospitality should be limited to the purpose of the meetings and could include refreshments and accommodations, registration fees, and reasonable travel costs. The ABPI code also clarifies that organizing events involving UK health professionals at venues outside the UK is acceptable but requires a valid and cogent reasoning. This brings us to the end of our fourth episode of Regulatory Radio. Thank you so much for tuning into our podcast. We look forward to bringing you our next episode where we discuss the ad promo laws in Mexico. For any questions related to the UK region, feel free to reach out to us in the comments section. You can also listen to the previous episodes by clicking the link pinned in the description box. Thanks for listening and see you next time.